Happy birthday!
Watching this guy miss all the fucking music references gives me an aneurysm. Bro, just...
worthy of God's will. What is this?
At last. Oh, Gabriel. Now dawns thy
A visitor. Indeed, I have slept long enough. The kingdom of heaven has long since forgotten my name. I'm eager to make them remember.
Gluttony soon to follow. Your kind know nothing but hunger, purged all life on the upper layers. Machine, turn back now. The layers of this palace are not for your kind. Turn back, or you will be crossing the will of God.